for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, for real. My is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. Yeah. I'm about to for real. I'm about to cash for real. Shorty got for real. If it's no masters for real, I want that for real. My for real. Running the game. You speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all in original, they all sound the same. I stay ballin', money like a faucet. It stay running, I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real, for real.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. Now Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Austin. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's second and 10 from the 20.
Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson, escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Chargers getting set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 4 down, 4 down. Gun, 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 gun.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it, because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge, and those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Ohio! Ohio!
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. Touchdown, Jaguars. Boston Scott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Chargers. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get Ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Scott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All right. Off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't worry. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Right back to him on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, second down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down now, Scott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the carry, this is Scott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
We got three.
Gun!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Cooper's got it. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there at 22. First down now, but that clock rolling.
No. Check. Patriot!
Now Gordon on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Slam. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Gun. Hey, he's coming to you, folks. Hey. 52.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Now the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go again with Scott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Jackson flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slip.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
On first down, Scott. Oh, a nice spin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Jackson. That one complete to Yeldon. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
throw here. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll have his man. That's Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. Now he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Good, 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 good. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he's got Rome. Space to maneuver at the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Jaguars. Boston Scott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Chargers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now back to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And this is zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They come out here in the I. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And he'll bang that one through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Down, Scott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is...
Also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Keep it on the ground. Scott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Austin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So out come the Chargers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.